For heart-centered people in business, there is this thing that blocks so many folks, and it is this sense of false modesty, which is different than a healthy humility. And it's really important for your business, and I want to talk about this. This is Mark Silver with Heart of Business. And as my book is about to be launched into the world, I've had close friends, mentors, people that I respect tremendously kind of lean on me, because there's I have a fierce protectiveness and a fierce championing of the work that I do. I really want to get it into people's hands. I want to see people not have to struggle so much. I want to see people get the healing and get the help. And yet, with the book coming out, I'm facing in myself this same kind of, I don't have to push so hard. It's, it will happen. And when I look deeper, it's this sense of modesty, this sense of, I don't want to take up too much space. The book itself is beautiful and I don't have to push. And this sense of false modesty was going to slow me down. And someone said to me in no uncertain terms, Mark, this book is really important. It's really important. It carries something really beautiful. It's a really beautiful example of your work. It's going to help a lot of people. You have to get rid of this false modesty and really stand up for the book. Now, I've led a webinar on a similar topic, and I've talked to a lot of my clients about this, is that if you're a champion for your work, instead of thinking that you're promoting yourself, it helps you stand in that place. Like, oh yeah, this thing that I do, this work that I do, I know that it can be really helpful, and I want to see people get the help. And it shifts the energy from, oh, I don't want to promote myself, I don't want to just draw people to me, I don't want to have an inflated ego, to, oh my God, I want to help people. And I was reminded of when I was a paramedic years and years ago, more than 20 years ago now. And when we would get a call from dispatch and it was an emergency call, you'd put on lights and sirens, right? Normal thing in that job. And we'd push our way through traffic. We'd push people out of the way. I mean, not literally, but the lights and sirens said, back up, we've got something important to do. And we're on our way. And this was not something we ever hesitated on. It was actually kind of fun, to tell you the truth, to be 20-something in a uniform in an emergency vehicle. There's an adrenaline thing to that. I got over that in time, but it was fun. But there wasn't any false modesty, like, oh, I don't want to draw attention to myself. I don't want to push people out of the way. Everybody's doing important things. There was like, oh, I got a thing I'm doing, and I've got to do this. We don't need to put on lights and sirens in our businesses. You don't have to do it that way. But I want to encourage you, I want to invite you to notice when you're carrying this false modesty, which is different than a healthy humility, this false modesty that has you drawing back, that has you refusing to take a strong stand for the work that you're doing, and for making it visible and forging a path and making contact with people in important ways. Now, a healthy humility allows you to acknowledge that, there's other people doing this work. I'm not the only person. And, people have sovereignty and not everyone's going to want it. And, my work is not the answer for everyone. Like, those are expressions of healthy humility. But the false modesty draws you back and keeps you quiet and keeps you from stepping forward. You can step forward with humility and say, this is really good stuff. This is really good stuff. This book that I've written, that comes out of 20 plus years of experience and thousands of sessions with clients, is tested and it's beautiful, and it's handing down teachings I've received from my teachers. And I want people to have it because I want there to be healing in the world of business. And it is so important. I want people with hearts with integrity. I want their businesses to thrive. And I can stand up strongly for my book and still be humble, but not have that false modesty. See if you can take a little bit of time and sense in yourself, are you holding back? Is that truly humility? Or is there some false modesty that's there and you're not recognizing the power and the importance of your work and how important it is that the people who need it have access to it? I hope this has been helpful. And I'd love to hear your reactions to this. And I'm going to tack this on because we are leading up to the launch of the book, that if you resonate with what we do, it's a huge help if you're willing to pre-order the book. Pre-ordering the book ups our numbers. It helps us get shelf space in physical bookstores. It helps with the algorithm so that on launch day there's like a, you probably are familiar with this, that when there's something gets popular, then over a certain threshold, it gets more popular. And the algorithm says, oh, look, this is popular, so we'll show it to more people. It's a bit of ridiculousness, but it's true, and it's how it works. And your pre-ordering the book helps tremendously. So if you're willing to, please, you can go to heartcenteredbusinessbook.com. And you can find the links there for pre-order. You can also just look Heart-Centered Business under my name on Amazon or on bookshop.org or other booksellers, online booksellers, and pre-order it. And if you have a group of people or a community or something that you think could use it, we would love, our team would love to support you in getting it in front of those folks. So anything you're willing to do to share. So that's my message from a place of humility, but not false modesty. Thank you for supporting the book. Thank you for hearing this message and supporting your own work and your own business. And I just wish blessings upon you and your business.